YouTube, what is up? This is a.amantine here, and if you're following me on Instagram, a.amantine or txkiller, that's my handle. You know that I love bolt guns. You know that I love rifles in general. And the optics, it's one of those questions that gets thrown up all the time. Why do you shoot Vortex? Why do you shoot in razors? You know, I like the optics. I like the glass. I've been shooting Vortex optics way before social media, okay? But then when I got into the Vortex razor line, I realized that I had just stepped a level up on the optics game, you know? And now I know why individuals were getting into the razor line. So I started shooting them, and slowly over time I started to learn the reticles, how to use them, how to actually use the scopes, and utilize them to their full potential. I'm not a sniper. I'm not going to come across social media like I'm some type of sniper and a long-range competitive shooter. I'm nowhere near that. But I do love the challenge of long-range shooting and also mid-range shooting. And it also I can also apply it to the hunting that I do. So I got back into it, and it's been a long time since I've been behind a bolt gun. And this year, I told everybody, I said, hey, 2018, 2019, we're going to be shooting a lot of bolt guns. If you've been following my page, you know I got a few of them that I've been putting together. This one here is an S&S build. It has a 24-inch barrel, it's a Bartlein barrel, and we have a Vortex razor on it. This has a 4.5 to 27 scope with the EBR-1C MRAD. And it is a great reticle. It's a great scope. It's extremely good for hunting, long-range hunting as well, and also precision shooting. You had the option only back then for the 1C MRAD or MOA, and then you had the option on the 2C MOA or MRAD. These are all MRAD. That's all I shoot is MRAD. But this rifle's something else. If you guys would like to see a little bit more about these rifles, I'll talk more. But right now, I want to talk about the new HORUS Tremor 3. And I was a bit skeptical. You guys got to excuse me going back and forth, man. This ground's hard, and it's kind of hard keeping my knees on it for a while. But anyways, this is the new HORUS Tremor 3 from Vortex, okay? The razor is still the same. You got the same color. You got the same size tube. Everything is the same. The only thing that changed is the reticle. You have options for some other reticles now. Instead of 2, you have 5 now. I hope I'm right by that. I think you got 5 now. The first one I'm going to try out is the HORUS Tremor 3. And I was a bit nervous. You know, people look at these reticles and they're like, man, these things are really busy. I don't know what's for me. I'm going to get confused. It's going to get in the way of covering up my target. They have their place. Every reticle has its place. If you're a traditional hunter, a long-range shooter, or you want to get into some competition, these scopes are probably going to be in your category, okay? If you're trying to keep it simple and you're shooting within 500 yards, these probably aren't the scopes for you. So far, I'm liking them. I absolutely love them. It's obvious. I got another one here on my LRI build. This is a new rifle for 2018. I got it at the end of the year. I haven't had much time behind it, but this is an 18-inch 6.5 Creedmoor, and this has the 2C reticle MRAD. 4.5. No, this is a 3 to 18. I'm sorry, 3 to 18 on this one. 4.5 to 27. 4.5 to 27 on this one. This is built by Chad Dixon up at Long Rifles Inc. This is a very, very special rifle to me, man. This thing took over a year to get done. 18-inch carbon fiber barrel, or carbon hardy barrel. We got the Manor stock, Trigger Tech trigger. I mean, Badger Ordnance bottom metal, Badger EFR rail. I mean, there's just a lot in this rifle, and I'm utilizing it to its full potential right now. I've already shot 2 coyotes with it, and I want to shoot some pigs with it as well. That's another rifle. If you guys want me to talk about, we'll talk about it and we'll shoot it. But today, we're going to shoot the HORUS Tremor 3 on the Savage 110BA. I don't even know if this rifle is in production anymore. This rifle was out for a while, and they came out with the new Savage BA. This was the original one. It is heavy. It's a big gun. I have plans on changing things up. This chassis is going to be gone. We're going to drop a different trigger in it, different type of muzzle brake. The original muzzle brake I took off. It was just ginormous. It wasn't for me. But you know what? This is a starting point. It's a starting point with all my rifles. I get them, and then I pretty much bastardize them. But anyways, this thing shoots extremely well out of the box. It shoots really well. I know there's a lot of Savage haters out there. I like Remington 700 actions. You got great actions in the Tikas. I mean, we can go on and on, right? I'm not posting this to debate what rifle's better than the other. But what I want to talk to you guys about is how I do like the Tremor 3, okay? And today is not windy. That's what sucks. I won't be able to really tell you guys what's going on. I'm losing a lot of light, and I'm actually losing light by the minute. But the Tremor 3 the other day when I was sighting this rifle in, I was averaging anywhere from 15 to 18 mile an hour gusts, which isn't that windy if you're from the West Coast or up north. But down here, it's a bit windy, and I don't like shooting that when the wind is like that. But when I got out to 500 yards, I wasn't connecting. On the second shot, I connected. And I knew exactly where I needed to hold using the Tremor 3 reticle. I think also with the Tremor 3, if you're in any type of competition shooting where you don't even have time to adjust your dope on your turrets, the holdovers on the Tremor 3 are great, especially for wind and elevation. But I haven't really used that. I really haven't used those features yet. I just like the way I was able to hold for wind. If you want to get technical with this, you know, you can look online and you can see exactly what the specs are with the reticle. And then I'm sure some other people are shooting it as well with other model scopes like Loophole and Swarovski and Night Force, stuff like that. But we're going to go ahead and go out to 500 yards. Right now I'm dialed for 700, and we're going to shoot 500, and then I'm going to quickly adjust for 700 and just show you guys how quick I can work this scope. It's a great scope. They're expensive, but they're great scopes, and there's a reason why the cost is where it's at. I've also heard a lot of people complaining about color. That's another topic. If you think the color of the scope is going to make you shoot any different, you got it wrong. I understand some people don't like bronze. The bronze doesn't bother me, but I'm all about quality. I can care less about the way the scope looks, okay? So let's get some shooting in because we're running out of light, and I'll let you guys know what I think, you know? So I'm losing light really quick here. And I wrote down in my notes here, at 500 yards, I'm at 2.29 mils. So, all right. We're going for 500 yards. And I'm losing light. These are the worst days. I need my rear shooting bag. Hold on. Can't shoot without my rear bag. Gotta have my rear bag. All right, where we at? Let's dial this down. Where are we at? Oh no. Oh no. All right. I have the target slightly angled to the right, which makes this target even smaller. This is an 8x12. This is an 8x12 target. This target's 8 inches wide, 12 inches tall, and it's slightly angled to the right, which is probably going to make that target more like 5 or 6 inches wide. This is going to suck. I don't have time to go all the way down there. Dead center. These rifles and scope, I'm sorry, not rifle, but this scope tracks extremely well. You just saw me dial it down for 500. Nicked it. Wow. go. And I think that's it, yeah. So, that was 6 rounds. That was 6 rounds at 500 yards. I was supposed to be 6 for 6. That was cold bore, guys. That was cold bore. And dead centered. 2 shots dead center. I could see everything clear as day too. And the rest were a little low. I didn't need to even mess with that. But I nicked that one, that 3rd or 4th shot, I nicked it. Let's go out to 700 yards, man. Let's go out to 700 yards. I'm not even gonna trim this or try to edit this at all. So at 700 yards on 4.4 mils or 4.04. I want to say it was more like 4.2. So we're at 4.2. And this target at 700 yards is 12 by 24. If I'm correct, I think I'm right. 12 by 24. These are TA targets, and these are the ADAPs. I'm just gonna put 5 rounds in here. These are 180 grain, nothing fancy. These are like freaking soft points. I can't believe this. I can't believe how well this rifle's shooting with this cheap ammunition. I'm gonna put 1 more round in here. Well, I'll make it 5. Barely warm. If you guys are into bolt guns, you know they don't run like ARs. When these rifles heat up, things change, and sometimes it can go really bad. Like your point of impact changed drastically. So you got to let them cool off. But this doesn't get too hot. That was a cold bore shot. I haven't shot this in 2 days. I've noticed on my 6.5, the 18-inch. It starts to act finicky when it gets warmed up, you know, and I almost wish I went a little bit longer on that rifle, but 18 is very ideal for what we're doing at nighttime. That's not a long-range gun. I consider it a mid-range killer. So it shoots totally different than my 24. I'm sorry if I'm talking loud, guys. I don't even have my damn my headset turned up. My 24 and my 18 shoot totally different because the way they handle the heat, if that makes any type of sense. Okay, let's go ahead and go for 700 yards. And I'm gonna crank it up to about 22 power. I don't like getting all the way up to 27. Safety off. Just below it. Just below it. So I'm gonna come up just 0.2 there. Oh. That should be dead center. Here we go, guys. You kidding me? Well, I told you I was gonna keep it real. There we go. We got impact. That was a tad bit too low. Man. 4.6 and I'm low. My notes was wrong. Oh, I know y'all heard that. I know y'all heard that. We ain't cutting this. We're gonna keep running it. And I know that barrel's getting hot. We're gonna do another 5 rounds. Man, once you get that thing dialed in, it's on. It's weird. Just the other day I was shooting this 2 days ago and I was at 4.2 mils. Right now I'm at 4.6. I don't know what changed. I'm shooting the same ammunition. I cannot wait till I get up to some better quality ammo, but man, this Tremor 3 reticle's nice. I'm telling you guys. All right, let's see what your boy can do. 700. That's what I like about steel. It don't lie. Come on with it. Lord. Consistency. Oh, wow. You guys don't understand what I'm experiencing right now. I've shot a lot of rifles in my time, and this is my first time owning a 300 Win Mag, and it's just so consistent. But when you mix it with a good rifle and a good glass, you get good results. I'm shooting some cheap ammo. These are soft points that you get from Walmart, 180 grain. And I can see from here the groups are decent for 700 yards. I can shoot a pig all day long. I remember when I first came out here, I looked across this property and I said, man, if there's a pig or a coyote out there, I'll never be able to shoot that. I shot myself down for years saying that. And one day, I've been out here, I've been shooting on this ranch for years. 12 years almost. And just last year, I accomplished that. And I'm not talking about a year ago, it was just a few months ago, guys. And I told myself, I said, man, my goal is to go 1,000 yards. And I did 1,000 yards. I did 1,000 yards after I got done building a rifle. And I came out to this ranch and I started shooting out at 700. And I had the biggest grin on my face by myself because I accomplished something that I was shooting myself down for years. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. All you need to know is ballistics, what your rifle can do, what's it capable of doing, and ammunition, great optics. And you got to believe in yourself, man. This isn't hard. I can't tell you how many times I've shot myself down on any ideas, and I go out and I try it and I accomplish it. I'm not going to be the greatest, and I'm not ever going to sit here and brag about being the best. But this is starting to get easier and easier. And I told people on Instagram, and I told people in my stories, and I've told people, my personal friends and family, that I'm going to go a mile this year. I'm going to shoot 1760 this year. Not because I can shoot 700 yards or 1,000 yards, but it's a goal. It's a goal. I'm sorry, guys. I got sidetracked. Great optics, great reticle. The HORUS Tremor 3 is something else. It's extremely calm conditions right now. And I really can't get into, the full details of using it. But I did use it the other day, and I liked it a lot better than the EBR1 or 2C. I hope I can get my hands on the other reticles and give those a try. Guys, if you like what you see here, please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Check me out on Instagram. If there's something over there you guys like to see here on YouTube, let me know, and I'll get it up and going. Damn it, boy.